Hello and welcome to Defense Insight. In today's episode, we take a closer look at the latest announcements from the Ministry of National Defense of the Republic of Türkiye. This week's briefing highlighted several important developments, from the continued modernization of Türkiye's defense industry and the expanding production capabilities of MKE to the operational readiness of the Turkish Armed Forces, both at home and abroad. The briefing also covered Turkey's ongoing contributions to NATO missions, including the deployment of Turkish F-16 fighter jets to Estonia under NATO's Enhanced Air Policing mission, as well as the successful completion of naval support and logistics operations in Somalia. In addition, recent high-level defense diplomacy, including meetings and telephone conversations with international counterparts, once again demonstrated Turkey's commitment to strengthening regional and global security cooperation. Throughout today's program, we will break down these key developments, examine what they mean for Türkiye's defense posture, and explore their broader implications for regional stability and international security. Let's begin with the highlights from the Ministry of National Defense's weekly press briefing.
Dear members of the press, welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Ministry of National Defense, held at the Gazi Ammunition Factory of MKE in Ankara. The foundations of MKE were laid in 1453 with the establishment of Tofane-e Amir, and this year we proudly celebrate its 573rd anniversary. With its strong production and technological infrastructure, as well as its advanced engineering capabilities, MKE is among the world's leading defense industry companies, possessing the competence to develop and manufacture ammunition and their associated weapon systems under one roof. In line with the vision of the Century of Türkiye, MKE continues to make significant contributions toward the goal of achieving full independence in our defense industry. Combining this strong infrastructure with a high production capacity, MKE makes significant contributions to the deterrence capability of our armed forces by producing the critical systems required by the Turkish Armed Forces with domestic and national resources through its factories and enterprises operating across different regions of our country. Foremost among them, the Gazi Ammunition Factory, one of the first defense industry facilities of our republic. Within the framework of its $1.5 billion investment program covering the years 2023-2024, MKE will not only modernize its existing production lines, but will also establish 3 new factories in Kırıkkale, Samsun, and Kırşehir. Through these investments, the production capacity of critical weapons, ammunition, and chemicals will be significantly increased. Among the systems developed and manufactured by MKE, foremost at our Gazi Ammunition Factory, are small arms ammunition of various calibers. The Tolga Close Air Defense System and anti-aircraft systems, designed to counter kamikaze and swarm drone attacks, as well as fixed-wing UAV threats. The Boran, Gurhan, and Fırtına howitzers, which strengthen the long-range and high-precision fire support capabilities of our artillery units, together with highly destructive artillery ammunition. PMT-76, KNT-76, MP-5, MPT-55, MPT-76, and light weapon systems of various calibers, which enhance the firepower and mobility of our infantry units in different operational environments. Tank guns and tank ammunition that support the firepower of our armored units. The Piranha Kamikaze Unmanned Surface Vehicle, the Denizan 76 National Naval Gun, which enhances the firepower and surface warfare capability of our naval forces. Aircraft bombs and various air-delivered munitions that increase the operational effectiveness of air platforms. Various rocket and missile systems that enable the highly precise neutralization of hardened targets, as well as ammunition and explosive systems of various calibers that support logistical sustainability and the continuation of operations on the battlefield. In addition, numerous strategic weapon systems designed to meet the operational requirements of the Turkish Armed Forces are being developed and manufactured with domestic and national capabilities. The Turkish Armed Forces continue to support brotherly, friendly, and allied countries, primarily Cyprus, Azerbaijan, Libya, Kosovo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Qatar, within the framework of bilateral relations and international missions, making significant contributions to global security, peace, and stability across a wide geographical area. Within the scope of NATO's Enhanced Air Policing mission, the deployment of our 5 F-16 aircraft and assigned personnel to Amari Air Base in Estonia has been completed. The deployment will cover the period from 1 August to 30 November 2026. Throughout the mission, Our assets will contribute to the security of Baltic airspace within the framework of NATO's integrated air defense activities, and will support the protection of NATO airspace by carrying out 24/7 quick reaction alert duties. Our minister held separate telephone conversations on 25 July with the Minister of Defense of Saudi Arabia and on 27 July with the Minister of Defense of Niger, during which they discussed bilateral and regional defense and security issues. Also on 27 July, our minister met with our Minister of Foreign Affairs. As part of the mission to support the activities of the Somali Naval Task Group and to carry out logistical transportation operations to Somalia, TCG Gaziantep and TCG Bafra successfully completed their duties and returned to their home ports on 27 July. Likewise, TCG Sancaktur and TCG Yüzbaşı Durmuş successfully completed their missions and returned to their home ports on 29 July. In conclusion, with its strong capabilities, advanced resources, and highly qualified personnel, the Turkish Armed Forces will continue to eliminate all threats and dangers, work tirelessly day and night to ensure the security and peace of our country, and carry out all assigned missions with ever-increasing strength in both quality and quantity, with great determination, commitment, and success.
That brings us to the end of this edition of Defense Insight. Today, we reviewed the key highlights from the Ministry of National Defense's weekly press briefing, covering the latest developments in Turkey's defense industry, the operational activities of the Turkish Armed Forces, NATO missions, international defense cooperation, and ongoing defense diplomacy. As Turkey continues to strengthen its defense capabilities and expand its international engagements, Defense Insight will continue to bring you timely updates and in-depth analysis of the developments shaping regional and global security. Till next time.